Hello students, welcome back to Effortless Chemistry. Already we have started group 16 of the P block elements. Last session we have discussed up to that allotropes of sulfur. Now we will discuss preparation and properties of sulfur dioxide, that is SO2. Sulfur dioxide, SO2. So first point we will discuss preparation of SO2. Preparation of SO2. First one I will write by burning sulfur in air. This SO2 can be simply prepared by burning a sulfur in presence of air, so that this sulfur will combine with oxygen to form what? SO2. This is first method. Okay, I'll write it as 1. In second method, by treating sulfite with dilute acids like HCl or H2SO4. This is the second one, is what? Laboratory method for the preparation of SO2. Just by treating this sulfite with the dilute acid gives H plus ions. Just I will write a skeletal equation first. This is a sulfite ion, SO3 minus 2. This on treating with acid, from acid it takes 2 proton, so that what happens here? 2 hydrogen, they will combine with the water, that oxygen, so that these 2 hydrogen they will combine with oxygen to form water, plus remaining is what here? SO2. So that SO2 is prepared in this way. This sulfite on treating with the dilute acids. I'll write some example for this one. Suppose if I take a sodium sulfite, Na2SO3, this on treating with dilute H2SO4, what it gives here? These 2 hydrogen they will combine with 1 oxygen, they will form water, H2O, and this sodium combines with the sulfate ion to form sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, and the remaining is what here? Here already we have taken 1 oxygen to form the water molecule, remaining is SO2. Or else you can take 2 moles of HCl also. Suppose if I take Na2SO3, this on treating with 2 moles of HCl. So what happens again? These 2 hydrogen they will combine with 1 oxygen to form a water molecule. Na combines with Cl minus, so that they will form 2 times of NaCl, plus SO2 is formed, remaining is SO2 here. Or else you can take sodium hydrogen sulfite, NaHSO3, this on treating with HCl. What happens here? This hydrogen and this hydrogen, 2 hydrogens are there, you take 1 oxygen here, so that there is a formation of water molecule, plus remaining is what? SO2, plus this Na combines with Cl, that is NaCl. This is the laboratory method for the preparation of SO2, just by treating the sulfite with the dilute acids here. This is just by burning the sulfur in presence of air. The next method is by the roasting of sulfide ores. Already in the isolation topic you have studied what is roasting. Roasting is nothing but the concentrated ore is heated in presence of air, so that the sulfide ores are converted into what? Oxides. In that one, in the roasting process, the SO2 is obtained as a byproduct. That is the industrial method for the preparation of SO2 here. Next method I will write industrially. Industrially it is obtained by roasting of sulfide ores. By the roasting of sulfide ores here. So sulfide ore is heated in presence of oxygen. Suppose if I take zinc sulfide, so this on treating with oxygen, already we have written this reaction in the dioxygen properties. So this oxygen, sulfur also combines with oxygen, zinc also combines with oxygen. So this will be zinc oxide plus this will form SO2, total 3 oxygen, and here is 2 oxygen. So this is multiplied with 3 and these are multiplied with 2, total 6 oxygens, and here also 6 oxygen. You want 2 zinc and 2 sulfur, so this is multiplied with 2 here. And another important reaction is there, that is if I take FeS2, okay, so by treating this FeS2, by heating this FeS2 in presence of excess of oxygen, I will take here 4 moles of FeS2 will take. So this will form what here, that is 2 times of Fe2O3, and total 8 sulfurs are there, so that 8 times of SO2 is formed. Total how many oxygens here? 22 oxygen. 8 to the 16 plus 6, that is 22 oxygen. So in order to balance that one, we will take 11 O2. This is your FeS2 iron pyrites. This is FeS2 is iron pyrites. So this is what the industrial method for the preparation of what? SO2. Next one, properties. Properties of SO2. First point, it is colorless gas with pungent smell, and it is highly soluble in water. Highly soluble in water. Next point, it liquefies. It liquefies at room temperature under a pressure of 2 atmospheres. At the room temperature, it will liquefy just by applying the pressure of 2 atmosphere. It boils at 263 Kelvin. Okay, now we will see some of the reactions of these SO2. I will write some reactions of SO2. Already in the oxides we have discussed that SO2 shows a reducing property, that also we will discuss. Reactions of SO2. Reactions of SO2. First one, when SO2 is passed through water, when SO2 gas is passed through water, it forms sulfurous acid, solution, sulfurous acid solution. For example, if I take this SO2 gas, whenever it is added to the water, it will form what? Sulfurous acid, H2SO3. Okay, this is sulfurous acid, H2SO3. The aqueous solution of sulfurous acid is formed here. Next point, SO2 is oxidized by oxygen to form SO3 in presence of V2O5 catalyst. Simply this SO2 is oxidized to the SO3, that is we call it as catalytic oxidation, because this oxidation takes place in presence of what? V2O5 catalyst here. So if I take SO2, this will combine with oxygen to form SO3. that is in presence of V2O5 catalyst. 2 times of SO2 combines with O2 to form what? 2 times of SO3 here. So that SO2 is oxidized to the SO3. Next reaction. The reactions of SO2 with NaOH is very, very important. SO2 reacts with NaOH to form sodium sulfite, which further reacts with another mole of SO2 to form sodium hydrogen sulfite, NaHSO3 here. So very simple logic is there behind this one. Simply this SO2 reacts with NaOH to form NaHSO3. So this NaHSO3 again reacts with another mole of NaOH to form sodium sulfite, Na2SO3 plus water molecule. So you can write here NaHSO3 cancels. So SO2 reacts with the 2 moles of NaOH to form Na2SO3 plus H2O, and again this Na2SO3 and water molecule, they will react with 1 more mole of SO2, that is I will write Na2SO3 plus water, they will again combine with what? SO2 here to form 2 times of NaHSO3, 2 times of NaHSO3 it is. Okay, so this is what the reaction of SO2 with the NaOH. Very simple reaction. First NaHSO3 is formed, again it will react with the NaOH to form sodium sulfite. First sodium sulfite is formed along with 1 mole of water. Again these two will combine with what? 1 more mole of SO2 to form what? 2 times of NaHSO3. This is nothing but sodium hydrogen sulfite, and this is sodium sulfite here. Sodium hydrogen sulfite. Okay, next important reaction is next one. This SO2 reacts with chlorine in presence of charcoal. This charcoal here it acts as catalyst. Charcoal is acting as what? Catalyst. SO2 reacts with Cl2 in presence of charcoal as the catalyst to give SO2Cl2. This is called as sulfuryl chloride. Sulfuryl chloride. This is what the reactions of SO2 with NaOH, water with chlorine, and its catalytic oxidation. Okay, the next important property of SO2 is SO2 acts as reducing property, all right. Reducing property of SO2. So here this SO2 acts as what? Reducing agent. Already in the oxides we have discussed that reducing property of SO2, because this SO2 undergo what? Oxidation, hence it acts as reducing agent. SO2 acts as reducing agent. It acts as reducing agent. That is because of what? Suppose if I take this is SO2, SO2 is oxidized to sulfate ion, where the oxidation state of sulfur is +4 and here it is +6, so that it is undergoing oxidation here. Since it is undergoing oxidation, it acts as a reducing agent. It acts as reducing agent here. So we will write some reactions on the reducing property of this SO2. In NCERT one question is there, that will be what happens when SO2 gas is passed through aqueous solution of Fe+3 salt. Fe+3 salt. So your answer will be what? SO2 acts as reducing agent. Hence Fe+3 is reduced to Fe+2 here. Suppose if I take aqueous solution of Fe+3, this is aqueous solution. Through this one you have to pass SO2 gas. Always you keep in mind SO2 is undergoing oxidation and it is acting as what? Reducing agent. SO2 is always converted into what? Sulfate ion here. So here Fe+3 is converted into what? Fe+2 because it is undergoing reduction, and SO2 is converted into sulfate ion, that is SO4-2 here. So we have to cross multiply the change in the oxidation state, and here the oxidation state is +4 and here oxidation state is what? +6, and here oxidation state is what? +3 to +2, only one oxidation state is changing here. So here +4 to +6 means 2 unit oxidation takes place. This 2 is multiplied to the Fe, 2 and 2. Okay, then how many oxygens are there? You can see here. Here only 2 oxygens are there, and here 4 oxygens are there. In this side, to this side you have to add 2 moles of water in order to balance the oxygen. Next thing, here you have to add what? 4 times of H plus, because here 4 hydrogens are there and here you have to add 4 times of H plus. This is what the balanced equation for the reduction of Fe+3 to the Fe+2 by the reducing property of SO2 to the SO4. Okay, the next question is there. So the next question is, how is the presence of SO2 is detected? Okay, it is used as a test for SO2 also. So how is the presence of SO2 is detected? Means it decolorizes. Your answer will be, it decolorizes acidified KMnO4. Acidified KMnO4. Always you keep in mind here KMnO4 is reduced by the SO2. For KMnO4, you remember this point, ABN513. This is very, very important for KMnO4. In acidic medium it undergo 5 unit reduction, in the basic medium it undergo 1 unit reduction, in the neutral medium it undergo what? 3 unit reduction. Now see here, SO2 is what? It decolorizes acidified KMnO4, means this decolorization is because of what? Reduction of this permanganate ion to the Mn+2 ion. So in the acidified means in the acidic medium it will undergo what? 5 unit reduction here. It is due to reduction of pink color KMnO4 to the colorless Mn+2. See here, in the KMnO4 the oxidation state of Mn is +7 and it is reduced to the +2, and this is colorless and this is what? Colored here. So decolorization takes place because of what? Reduction of this pink color KMnO4 to the colorless Mn+2 ion. We will write the reaction now. First we will write permanganate ion. This is MnO4 -1, where the oxidation state of Mn is +7 here. So this ion treating with SO2, what happens here? This will be reduced to the Mn plus 2. We will write Mn plus 2 plus this SO2 is oxidized to what? SO4 minus 2 it is. Okay. So here to here plus 7 to plus 2. How many unit reduction takes place here? 5 units. Okay. And this is what oxidation state, plus 4 is there, and here the oxidation state is plus 6 it is. So how many unit oxidation takes place here? This is 2 units. So this 2 is multiplied to the Mn and this Mn, and this 5 change in oxidation state is what? This is multiplied to the SO2, and this is 5 times of SO4 minus 2 it is. Now you count the number of oxygens. Mn is 2 Mn, 2 Mn is there, and the total here 20 oxygens are there, and here it is 10 plus 8, 18 are there. So here 2 oxygens are deficient. So to balance the oxygen, we have to add 2 moles of water, and to balance the hydrogen, here 4 hydrogens are there, and this side I will add what? 4 times of H plus ion. So this is what the reducing property of SO2. So it decolorizes acidified KMnO4 here. The next point we will write the resonance structure of SO2. So now we will discuss the resonance structure of SO2. Of SO2 here. So it is having an angular shape with 2 resonating structures. So this SO2 total number of electrons is sulfur 6 electron, and each oxygen is having 6 electron. Total 18 electrons must be distributed among 1 sulfur and 2 oxygen. Its structure is similar to that of ozone only. So I will write it is having 2 resonating structures with angular shape. I will write this sulfur. For sulfur, 2 unpaired electrons are there, and 2 lone pair of electrons are there, and I will write another oxygen here. Oxygen 2 lone pair of electron, and it is having 2 unpaired electron. By using unpaired electron, we will form a double bond between sulfur and oxygen. Now we will add another oxygen, so that 2 lone pair of electrons and 2 unpaired electrons. Here unpaired electrons are there, and here paired electrons are there. So we cannot form the simple covalent bond here, but it is having just 2 electron less than octet. We can form a coordinate bond between the sulfur and oxygen. So this structure can be equivalently written as, by utilizing 2 electrons, I have written this coordinate bond. So this structure can be equivalently written as, these 2 electrons are shifted here, and these 2 electrons are going to this one. So it is having what here? First it is having angular shape. Okay. So in this one, you can write it as here you will get a single bond oxygen. So here these 2 bond pair of electrons are coming to the oxygen, means here you will get total 6 electrons on this oxygen. So that 6 electrons you have to write on the oxygen, which is a single bonded to the sulfur. Next you get a double bond to this oxygen. So the remaining is what? 4 electrons, and on this sulfur 2 electrons as it is. Again it is having angular shape, and the resonance hybrid of these 2 can be written as, so that this SO2 is having 2 resonating structure. This is structure 1 and this is the structure 2. The resonance hybrid can be written as SOO it is. So in this case, in case of resonance hybrid, the 2 SO bonds are equal here, and they are having a bond length of about 143 picometer. So in case of SO, both SO bonds are covalent bond, and they are having equal bond strength due to the resonance. In case of SO2 molecule, both SO bonds are covalent. And they have equal strength due to resonance. Because in the NCERT there is a question on this SO2 molecule, comment on the nature of the bonds in the SO2 molecule. So that for that one the answer is, in case of SO2 molecule, both the SO bonds are covalent and they are having equal strength due to the resonance. This is the resonance hybrid of SO2 molecule. resonance hybrid. Okay, so this is about SO2 preparation properties and structure.